welcome to the pilot episode of Practically Canon. We have a great first episode lined up for you guys today. I'm Ozzeh, and these are my fellow co-hosts. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm Joshua StSebastian Laris.
Oh, hi, I'm RadaVonVon.
All right, we have a very special guest sitting with us. Will I allow him to introduce himself?
Hey, everybody. I'm sorry, everybody. My name is Lithe. I am the author of, I guess what people call the juggernaut fic, Two's Company, Three's a Crowd. I also have two other short stories that I'm currently working on called Desert Rose and Not With a Bang But a Whimper. I'm glad to be on the show tonight.
All right, well, now on a normal occasion we would have a set list of questions for the guests of honor, but since this is our first episode, we'll go around the horn and have the host answer each question as well. All right, first question. We'll start with you, Lithe, whatever. My bad.
Right. Yeah.
First question. For those that don't know, what do you do to contribute to the Brony community? Well, you kind of said that, but again anyway, because that's the question.
Well, I mean, I like to write. I obviously cannot draw. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if I were to try to draw something and post it online, I'd probably kill off half the fandom. But, I mean, I do what I can in terms of writing, and people tell me that my stories my work is good. I do whatever I can. I've really come to love this fandom, and yeah.
All right. Vaughn, you want to go next?
Sure. So I'm RadaVonVon. I've only written about two fics for this fandom. One was called The Elements of Turmoil, which was a Next Generation fanfic, and kind of with Tyrant Celestia elements, and it was pretty malicious. I'm the only chick on the show right now, which is kind of, anywho. But the one I'm currently working on was called Social Standards, which was a Soren and Braeburn fanfic that kind of covered like a lot of social issues in the U.S., and I hope to maybe change some people's minds about like actual social issues with magical cartoon ponies. So.
Too long, didn't listen version. You writes about gay ponies. All right, Seb, you want to go?
As far as the fan community, I've only done one writing that's actually gotten off the ground called Mare Anguis. And it's a double timeline story about Nightmare Moon and Third Coming and stuff like that. The other one is a fiction I'm probably going to drop called Pen, Ink, Parchment, and Soul, about a suicidal pony. It's nothing special.
Yeah, that's not special.
Lovely. Yeah.
All right. I'll go next then. I also write, but I'm not good at it. I don't really like what I write, but apparently people... I get okay feedback, I guess, but actually, I'm actually doing a podcast thing. You guys should check it out. Actually, we have our first episode today. You guys should listen in. It'll be a lot of fun.
Man. Let me know when it's happening. Let me know when it's happening, and I will.
Really, I should listen to that. That sounds really interesting, Oz.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Contributing to the community.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know anything about
next
that.
Question.
Well, you didn't tell everybody what fiction you wrote.
Oh, that's not important. I'll leave the...
I'll do it then.
No, I got it.
For the listeners, the fiction that Ozzeh here is writing,
he's
writing
think it is.
Civil War-based fiction called Brothers Through Bloodshed. It's a fiction about the Civil War between the Royal Equestrian Army and the New Lunar Republic. It's pretty interesting. Check it out.
All right. I'll leave links through the YouTube page and on our Tumblr. Anyone that wants to know about their writing. And let's see. Let's move on to the next question. Who is best pony and why? Let's start with Lithe again.
Excelsior.
That is definitely Applejack. Definitely Applejack.
Oh, is there any reason why that you'd want to?
I like her personality. She's upstanding. She tries to help everyone out when she can. She's trustworthy. She's very loyal. Granted, she's stubborn, but who isn't? She's just somebody I can really get behind.
All right. Did the new episode deter you from liking her at all, or did it help?
Yes, literally and figuratively. Anyway, as for the new episode, I absolutely enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I really took that
even with
way.
Derpy and all that. I absolutely adore
it. We have a segment for that. All right. Same order. Vaughn, you want to go?
Sure. Okay, so Discord. Discord is best Draconicus and best Pony at the same time, because, he's, partially a horse. No, apparently I have, like, a thing for snaggletooths or something, but he's really attractive, and also he's cute. So, that answers that.
I mean, I can
He's
totally
amazing.
understand
What is wrong with
John
you?
Delancey.
Don't make me kill
come
you.
on. You doesn't
Don't
get
make
much
me
better
kill
than
you.
that.
Don't make me kill you.
Awesome voice actor.
Well, the voice actor is amazing. I absolutely
loved
love
him on.
actor.
I loved him as Q.
He's really attractive. You should all know that he's attractive. Yeah.
I loved him everywhere he's been.
Seb, you want to go for best pony?
I'm actually kind of torn in terms of best pony between Nightmare Moon and Applejack. I lean towards Nightmare Moon because she's sort of the only real antagonist besides Discord, and I like Applejack because I am from the Midwest, and she really does appeal to me as a character.
Oh, okay. Well, I've seen Nightmare Moon. You don't see that very often as a favorite pony, I guess. It's a good antagonist. I prefer Discord as antagonist, but I think they're both great characters developed. Anyway, for me, it's no question at all. Soren, all day. I would do vile things to that pony.
I'm so sorry. This is where you and I go different ways, my friend.
I'm sorry, I have to agree with you. If I'm talking about strictly ponies, it's either Soren or Brayburn.
I would definitely take Brayburn over Soren any day. That's my opinion.
But okay, don't do that again. All right, we got everything covered there. Should we move on to the next question? Okay, what is your favorite episode and why? Life, you want to start again?
Personally, I'd have to say,
He's got to think. Just give him a couple minutes.
It is a tough question. I'm having trouble thinking of an answer myself.
I can answer this one immediately if you guys want.
Yeah, I got an answer.
I'd have to say, Fall Weather Friends is a great episode. I mean, I love that one.
That one's a good one, yeah.
The Return of Harmony.
All right, we can come back to you. You want to go
Actually,
on?
you know what? I'd have to say it would be Lesson Zero, because Lesson Zero was absolutely hysterical in so many different regards. I mean, watching Twilight completely come unraveled over something so trivial is just it's hilarious. I don't think I've laughed as hard at an episode since I've started watching the series.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I think Lesson Zero and Party of One have done the most contributions to the canon I'm sorry. Like it contributed more towards the creation of the fandom.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's gotta. So you want to go on for your favorite episode?
Yeah, sure. It's either The Return of Harmony, Party of One, or the one where I totally forget the name of the episode and I'm going to get flamed for it, but the Cutie Mark one, where they all get the cutie marks.
Cutie Mark Chronicles.
The Cutie Mark Chronicles, thank you. Yeah.
That's a good one, too.
Just because we got insight into Pinky's Amish family. That did a huge contribution to the fandom, too, though, if you think about it. I mean,
I just love the reference to Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all their family members being referenced to Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
I love that episode mainly just for the first Sonic Rainboom. That blew my mind away. The first, it's technically the second in the order of the episodes. It was the very first one that Rainbow Dash did, but...
Well, before that had been a legend, she basically made the legend come alive.
Yeah, we have this.
Yeah, there's a lot of debate on whether she's the one to do it or not, but...
Yep.
Alright, Seb, you want to go for this episode?
Favorite episode's another thing I'm kind of split on. I've actually got 3 candidates on this one. It would be Luna Eclipsed because we actually get to see Luna's personality.
Oh, yeah.
And she was just absolutely hilarious. Up after that is the Sonic Rainboom. Seeing Fluttershy flip out like that was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
And then third is more on the sentimental values. It would have to be the Sisterhood Social because we actually see a very, very nice side of Rarity in that one.
Yeah.
Which is rare.
I also like the Upper Crust one. becoming
Oh,
popular.
Sweet
that
Relief.
one?
No, Sweet Elite.
I
Sweet
didn't-
Elite. I don't remember the names of these episodes because
I didn't really like that one. I mean, it's... I don't know.
I didn't like Rarity to
I'm
begin
not
with,
gonna-
and it made me like her, so...
I'm not gonna lie. The end. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. The end of Secrets of My Excess was. There's just no words. It was the sweetest thing I've seen in the show so far.
Aw.
Oh, I did like that. Even though I don't really, not a fan of either of the characters, I did like the ending. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, for me, favorite episode, it's not really a choice because it has to be Brittle Gossip, which is the one where Zipporah's first episode, where they all got. I'm sorry, but the Flutter guy scene. I don't want to talk about it.
Classic.
That was that's the pinpointed one where since it was episode 9, I was kind of, why the fuck do I like this kind of thing? Like I don't understand why I was enjoying this. And at that point, I went, all right, I love this. I just can't. I'm not going to stop watching this. And that's the moment where I realized that I love this. And I don't know. I guess that's just the episode that it really kicked off for me. All right, we only got 2 more questions. This one's got to be fun to answer. How did you become a Brony? You can take as long as you want on the answer if that's totally fine. You want to start, Mike?
I've got it perfectly. I remember seeing a lot of the memes online. I thought they were pretty funny, but I never really, looked into them much because look at the subject matter. But when I remember seeing one video posted up on my Facebook from a friend called Pinkie Pie Brings the Noise. I'm a huge fan of electro, dubstep, house, and all that. So when I saw scenes, all the epic action scenes tied together with really intense drum and bass, I knew I had to watch the show because it was just melded together so well. I was like, okay, I have to check this out now, and the rest, as they say, is history.
All right, that's Vaughn. What about you?
Well, I mean, it's not really as big of a secrecy thing because I'm a mayor. So, but as far as
it's easier for you.
It's easier.
Just I watched it.
It's much more socially acceptable, which I think is kind of stupid, but it's much more socially acceptable or whatever for me to be sitting there walking around with a Pinkie Pie background. But I remember I'm actually a veteran of the 4chan wars.
Oh man!
And so I remember I was just on V and I just kept seeing images popping up all the time and people were raging about them. And one day I was like, okay, what is this show? And so my good friend was like, one day she was like, you have to watch this show. This is the most amazing show ever. The animation is great. The voice acting is amazing. And I was like, okay. So I ended up watching the show, and after 4 episodes, I was like, I can't stop watching this. So that was really, and the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Seb, you wanna?
I actually had. It was my approach was actually kind of slow because I didn't come in until the second season started. But basically, the gaming community I played with on Team Fortress 2, one of our guys had become a Brony, and he posted a thread on our little community forums, pretty much a series of essays as to why he liked the show. Because nobody had actually given him grief or anything. It's just that he just felt like expressing himself. And I went through his essays, and I came back. It didn't really appeal to me at first, but I came back in after about a month and then read through it again. And I decided to watch the show, and I got hooked on from there. And after about 24 hours, it was Luna Eclipsed, and that's my entire story right there.
All right. Well, I have a bit longer of a story, but who cares because I can. Well, I think it was around the summer. I don't know. It was a summer. I don't care. And pictures, came around the internet with the ponies, and I'm like, I just didn't really think much of it. And I'm like, it's just like, okay, pedophiles. That's cool. Let them do what they want, watch what they want. And I didn't really think much of it. And then, school came around, and I was talking to my friend, and he was kind of hiding his iPod, and I was kind of wondering. I'm like, what are you looking at? What are you listening to? He's like, no, you'll think lesser of me. And I kept repeating that. I'm like, no, I won't think lesser of you. You're my friend. Why would I think lesser of you? Finally showed me, and it was Pony Beat, and of course I thought lesser of him, and kind of. And from then on, he kind of started this whole charade of just watch one episode, and I didn't want to because it's ponies. I don't know. And then money came into the equation. He said, if you watch one episode and don't watch more, I'll give you $20. I'm like, okay, $20. That's cool. I want $20. So I pulled it up and I'm watching it. First 30 seconds was kind of the moment where, what the fuck am I watching kind of deal. And I had to finish the whole episode, so I went through it, and there's about thinking with a minute left, I'm like, I don't need to watch the rest of this. This is pathetic. I don't need to. And then it came with a to be continued. I'm like, damn it, because I can't leave half a storyline like that. That's just how I am. So I ended up watching episode 2, and I guess it just went on from there.
That works.
Nice. Yeah.
Right.
The rest is history.
All right. I don't mean to be rude, but I think we need to hurry along to asking Lithe his questions, because if he does need to go, I think we should at least get his questions out of the way before we finish up.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite shipping pair and why? Let's just go with that. And Lithe, just makes it interesting. Don't do Octavia and Bumble, because that's
damn it. Damn it! You cut me out right at the knees. Anyway, I'd have to say my favorite would be my second favorite is tied between Twixie and Cheerlight. Twixie because of Ballad of Twilight Sparkle, and Cheerlight because of Romance Reports.
Yeah.
Romance Reports. Jesus.
That was pretty great.
Good facts. Vaughn? Yeah?
Yeah, so, either it's between Brayburn and Soren, or, Disco Pie.
Disco Pie? Oh.
Benign Chaos and Malicious Chaos, and then just, I don't know.
Intriguing.
I kind of expected that from you. Alright, you got a...
It'd have to be Frederick Horseshoe Pond and Octavia, because Billy has done an excellent job with that fiction so far.
So OCs, like...
No, they're not OCs.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, my bad.
Frederick Horseshoe Pond is a background character. He was the pianist in the Grand Galloping Gala.
Oh.
I did not know that.
He's
the
pianist for Octavia's ensemble.
Yep, school. I learned something today. Alright, I guess it's my turn. I'm going to be the classic old school and go with VonVon and why am I blanking out here? Lyra. Yeah, sorry. My mind blank, but just because they're just, I don't know. It's canon. It's practically canon. Oh, he said the name of the show.
Oh,
anyway, I see what you did there. But that's always been my favorite, I guess, because, I don't know, everyone acknowledges it as canon. So I guess that's what it is. Alright, we have some questions for just specifically Lithe that fans have asked. Kick it off on.
Alright, cool. So, question number 1. What drew you or inspired you to do a Vinyl and Octavia story?
Oh, well, that's an easy question. I've read all the way, or at least I've kept up with Coffee Grunt's Allegrezza, and that was the story that did it for me. I knew at that point I had to write a story based on these characters, because the way he characterized them, they're like the perfect quintessential odd couple. You've got Vinyl, who's loud and obnoxious and crazy and all over the place, and you've got Octavia, who's refined, upper class, and just, uptight. And they really offset each other in such a way where it's great for comedy, and the moments that they share together just get really cute. And I knew at that point I had to write a story based on them.
But he realized soon enough he would pass him off in popularity. And just...
I wouldn't say that, but...
Well, pretty much. You're up there now. I think you passed him pretty... You got him beat viewer-wise, or reader-wise, so...
Well, we'll see if and when it gets onto Equestria Daily, but...
If and when. All right. Next question. And don't do it in that voice. Not to laugh during that. I'm sorry. Just don't do that.
Okay.
Just mute your mic. It's that bad.
I'm very...
Yeah, I'm just going to break out laughing while she reads with my muted. All right, go for it.
You use music links in your story effectively. Where did you get the idea to use the links in the first place? And how do you find the right music for the chapter/mood?
Well, I remember reading Cantering Death by Scriber. Great story. Great zombie story, one of my favorites. And he used the music link somewhere in one of the chapters, and it just set the mood perfectly. I figured I'm going to do the same. Not trying to steal anybody's idea here, but it sounded like a good idea at the time. As for the right music for the chapter, the mood, I usually go with music in mind when I write. Music is a very integral part of our lives. So when I envision writing, I envision it around music that's playing in my head. I usually envision the scene and envision music playing in the background. And usually all the songs that I've picked throughout my story are songs I've heard before. I don't usually ever go looking for new songs for when I write. So everything you've seen so far is stuff that I've just come up with off the top of my head.
Well, actually, if I might say something here, it's kind of the opposite for me. Like, I'll write my story, and then I'll listen to songs. I'm like, I'll subconsciously apply it to my story and go, wow, this kind of applies to this, and this is how this goes into that. And it's kind of a curse because I can't just listen to music without thinking about ponies, which sucks, I guess, because it's applied to everything else in my life.
It's a blessing, man. How can you call that suckish?
Well,
Yeah,
it's applied to everything else around me. I just need something. I don't know. All right, whatever. Just next question. I'll mute my mic from laughing too hard.
That was the last question.
Oh,
Well, I've got enough time to maybe answer one more question, and I'm looking here on my blog, and I think I'd have to say I'll just go ahead and answer one more. The question reads, are you going to be doing any more with your story, Desert Rose? Yes. I do plan on continuing that story once I've finished this juggernaut of a story that I've got working on. I've got work on that one planned out. I've also got a new zombie story that I'm working on called Not With a Bang But a Whimper. I uploaded it about a week ago. I've also formally announced a sequel to Two's Company, Three's a Crowd.
Oh, crap.
I did that about, I did that for around Christmas time. That was my Christmas gift to my readers. And I've also got an idea for an Applejack and Spitfire shipping, as well as a possible Applejack Redheart shipping.
Oh dear! Wow.
I'm a little scared.
And
Applejack.
And a possible
Really get
Twilight
behind.
and a possible Twilight and Cheerleaf shipping, but that's way down the list. That is way down the list.
Too many fiction ideas, too little time.
I'm
I know what you
constantly
mean.
screwing up ideas.
I know that feels, bro.
Oh, I also forgot to mention that I'm also working on another shipping called Heart of Brass, which is a ship fiction between Harpo Nattermain, the harpist for Octavia's ensemble, and Beauty Brass, the sousaphone player. That's also part of Octavia's ensemble.
You and your Applejack and your musical instruments.
You're taking a page right out of Billy Colt's book there.
Yeah, that's actually kind of where it got me. I mean, I figured I was actually the one who inspired him to write a Fred and Harpo story. He's actually got that on his list as we speak.
Oh, man.
It's going to be interesting, I can tell you that much. Well, with that said, I got to cut this short. I've got work, as we, real life, it sucks, I was glad to be a part of this, and I can't wait until this gets posted up.
All right, yeah, thanks for being on the show.
Cool. Thanks,
really
Lars.
appreciate you being on. So
don't get irradiated, Life.
Yeah, I've got quite the list ahead of. I've got my work cut out for me.
Yeah, keep calling Candor on or whatever the word is. I don't know. Yeah, just get out of here.
Thanks for being here, Life.
Thanks for being here, man.
Yep, take care. It was fun.
Enjoy work, I think.
All right, so we should move on, I guess, to next episode. All right.
The latest episode, you mean?
Yeah, the latest episode that was released yesterday. And I'd just like to say anything. If you don't know what happens or you haven't seen it yet, then just, plug your ears.
Pause this, and go watch the episode.
Yeah, then just go watch the episode. Just trust me. Go watch the episode. It's worth your time.
Season 2, episode 14.
Yeah, episode 14, season 2. What did you guys think of the episode?
That's almost what do I think of the episode? There's too much for me to say right away, so you're gonna need to give me a second.
I kind of feel bad for Applejack for just a 2-minute scene overlaps the whole episode with Derpy, just the talking scene and scraping your brains off the wall for the rest of the episode because your mind exploded. But I mean, that was just, I don't know. It kind of feel bad for Applejack for not having an episode for so long and just being overshadowed by everything.
Well, as far as the actual episode goes, moving away from Derpy, I think that's a moral I could have used, a year or two ago. I mean, these aren't the same old morals they were teaching, in G3 that was, be nice to people. These are actually, in-depth things that a lot of children don't realize. And I find myself being there's been a couple of times when I've been, let's go watch the new episode of FIM, and I've been having an argument with a friend or something, and I realized that moral pretty much told me what to do in the situation, and then that to, accept I was wrong or something. And so I always thought that was kind of cool about Friendship is Magic, and it basically anything Craig McCracken and Faust have worked on. It's just that these are things that, actually pop up in daily life, and they're not so generic that they can be blown off.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've heard people talk about how lessons apply to real life a lot. I mean, it's a lot of real stuff that works. I don't know, I'm just rambling. All right, well, the Derpy scene, just specifically that, what do you guys think? You think this is going to help the fanon, or do you think it's going to hinder it?
Well,
if anything, it's given the fanon a huge kick into overdrive.
Yeah.
Because now that so much is canon, Derpy's always been the flagship character, and now that's just going to skyrocket even higher.
Yeah, I think that for the actual fanon, it's very, very cool. Unfortunately, we may be getting some crap from outside sources who are going to be arguing that, she sounds like she has Downs or something, which is going to be kind of unfortunate. And I hope to God that doesn't happen, because it's really kind of unnecessary, and just sometimes people are just really, really sensitive unnecessarily.
I
don't
think she was special in any way. I think she kind of came off as just klutzy to me.
I don't think so either. It's just people may misinterpret it that way, unfortunately, because people are kind of stupid.
Because people are sensitive.
No matter what they put on the show, people are going to take it the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it goes. I mean,
by the way, if you're a very sensitive person, do not go and look up Japalac on Tumblr. Do not.
Oh, God, no.
You're a horrible person. What are you going to tell them to do, don't delete System 32?
If you're a sensitive person, don't listen to us, because we're going to say some shit you're not going to like. Just saying.
You terrify me. I'm scared.
Well,
Sebastian?
Well, me and my friends at school have a little motto. Our sense of humor may offend you in some way or form, and if you don't like it, we suggest you get over it. Sorry, but to go back onto the Derpy topic, as far as the voice actor goes, that's the only thing I really don't like about Derpy, and that's the voice. I think they could have, the deep voice kind of makes her sound a little bit more like Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, and to me it just doesn't blend too well. I have nothing against the actual voice actor, anybody that wrote all this, it's just it doesn't synchronize for me, and I don't like that too much.
Yeah, I think
I kind of like the voice actors. I mean, that's kind of how I picture in the first place, how it kind of came off for me, so it doesn't really, I don't know, it's got that classy voice that kind of fits with her whole personality, so I can't complain.
I think what it was what kind of set the bar for Derpy's voice acting was Doctor Who and his assistant. And I think the people that did that and the girl who played Derpy on that really set it, because she had kind of a high, there's
a bubbly voice.
There's a Funimation voice actor who sounds almost exactly like him. She just had this high, dorky sounding voice, and she just sounded kind of, ditzy. And but at the same time she sounded very Derpy-like without sounding like Valley Girl ditzy. So I can see where the deep voice acting thing kind of comes into play. But overall, I think that they worked really well with what they had. I mean, you can't expect them to be absolutely perfect, and everybody's going to have different ideas, so.
Yeah, everyone get their 2 cents in. Can we move on to the...
Yeah. Are we going to talk any more about the episode, like the moral, or were we just going to leave it at that?
Well, if you guys have anything more to say about the episode, you guys just say whatever you want.
Demon Pinky scared the hell out of me.
I got excited. I was like,
Cherry Tonga.
That's
After that episode, I had a massive craving for cherries.
Why?
Oh, man.
Cherries are gross.
Are you kidding? I love cherries. Let's not get into an argument about food choice, because that's not what we're for.
Yeah, that's kind of, we'll save that for a food episode.
Food episode?
Yeah, let's have a food episode. Just not
I meant just like an episode of Friendship is Magic that has food centered.
Baklava! I think you should make some baklava.
What's that?
I'm not even kidding. You've never had baklava?
No, I haven't.
Something is seriously wrong with you.
About food again. I'm sorry. Just get off of this.
Okay, off the food topic, because it's like politics. It's going to get bad.
Neither of you like baklava.
Yeah, food, religion, and politics. You can't... goes on too long. You can't talk about it. All right, is that everyone got their 2 cents in?
That's sports teams.
I think so.
All right, you must go on with the next segment of news. So you got that down?
Okay. In news, we don't really have a lot to go off of. Let's see. Yeah, there's a few new releases on Equestria Daily. There's new comics. May the best mayor win, and The Pie's a Lie. I haven't actually gotten to go through and read them yet. There's also new fiction supposed to be coming up any time now called Envy. It is a fan fiction written from the point of view of Princess Luna and her descent to Nightmare Moon. I think it's actually very well written. It was written by Luna Uses Cats. And then,
I know that guy. He's a pretty good author.
I took my idea. I was going to use that, but I was going to use Discord. Shoot.
Well, people have already been doing that kind of fic before. I've actually seen several on other sites, but this is actually the first excellently well done fiction. I really liked it. My favorite Luna fic by far.
All right. One more thing in news, the soap thing. You want?
Oh yeah, SOPA. Oh, SOPA has been defeated.
Laughing stock of America. All right. Yeah, exactly. I was legitimately concerned and pissed off when I heard about this. Because knowing the government after they passed that pizza's veg thing, who the fuck knows anymore?
I know.
It's just, does our Constitution mean... Okay, we're talking about politics now.
No more...
I've been following SOPA back since it was Bill S978, and even since then, it's been poorly worded and it's been crappy. And I saw it and I said, either a bunch of people are going to end up suing if it passes and it's going to fall really, really fast. The president's going to either veto it or it's not going to make it past the Senate because it's so split. You can never count on one side getting all the votes.
Yeah.
What
was I going to say? Yeah, I don't know. I had nothing.
But yes, SOPA and PIPA are both gone. We don't have to worry about them.
Thank God.
For now, anyways.
I think what we did well, just as an internet, we represent the internet like as itself. Did a really good job of like protesting that. Like Google, every single big name website was protesting that, and within one day we went from the majority of people being of the government, whatever, I don't know, leaning towards accepting it to most of them leaning towards, vetoing it, like saying not vetoing it.
Oh yeah.
I
know nothing. I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
My Tumblr has been flooded. Nothing. In other news, my Tumblr has been flooded with chimichanga and cherry. Yeah, chimichurri and cherry changa posts.
That's nice. I mean,
no, it's not.
Well, it's better than getting no posts. All right.
Yeah, something like
I'm
that.
waiting to see like a really dramatic fanfic about like, I don't know, just something involving chimichangas and chimichurris.
Oh, I'm waiting
on a fanfic of Rarity killing Pinkie Pie.
That would be nice, actually. No, there actually was one where, like, I forget who it was by and what the title was, so people would have to, like, people are probably going to comment raging on me and the author's going to, like, sue me or something. But,
yeah, the author's going to sue you. Yeah, take it to court. My Little Pony transition.
No.
They
It was,
stole my
Gertie
idea.
got all, like, Frankenstein and decided to build herself a Prince Charming, and so she went to the morgue and she, like, took all these body parts. And she, like, put them together, and she took blood and stuff, and she started pumping it, and he was like, I shouldn't be alive.
Franken Blue Blood.
It's like Franken Blue Blood, and, like, so Pinky came up and was like, Rarity, what are you doing? And so she killed Pinky, and then Pinky went all crazy, and, since Pinky died, Rainbow became an alcoholic. So...
I can see that. Why can I see that? That's bad.
So Soren and her were dating, and Rainbow became an alcoholic, and Soren was like, you can't keep drinking like this. And, like, Soren was like, you're tearing us apart! And Pinky was like, it was like a 3, like, chapter series, and there were, like, a bunch of sequels, and Pinky, like, was, like, possessed by a demon or something, and she went to Zelgo, and she, like, started attacking people through mirrors.
What?
So she drove people, like, crazy through mirrors, including Rainbow, and Rainbow was all drunk, and she was talking to Soren, and she was like, giggle at the ghosty, Soren! And then she, like...
Crazy.
And then it was all crazy.
This is just
No,
getting out of hand.
and then it was actually really good, and then Pinky, like, died somehow, I forget how.
What's it called? I'm interested, I want to read this now.
No, it was, like, one fic, and then it just, like, the author kept, like, writing sequels, and then Pinky, died somehow. I think Twilight, like, tore her in half or something. And
oh, wow. I don't now see her doing that.
no, and then
Another sequel.
And her coffin was transported to Princess Celestia, and Princess Celestia was like, Tinkamina Diane Pie, would you like to go back to Ponyville with a new name and a new body? And then he was like, oh yeah, and so then Pinky went to Ponyville as a recolor of Pinkie Pie named Fizzy Pop, and that was the end.
Oh no.
It was actually really, really good.
I was talking about a fiction where Rarity kills Pinkie Pie, like, after the end of this recent episode, because, well, on a train together for a few 100 miles with Pinkie Pie would drive just about anybody insane.
Not me.
Challenge accepted. Anyways. Was there anything else in news that we needed to go over? Because, like, we cleared up Sopa and Peepa. We went over the new episode. What else was there? Oz, you still there?
In other news, I had cereal this morning.
Anyway, you guys got anything else to say before we wrap this up?
There is nothing really coming. Oh, whoa. A final message from Lithe to every pony listening. Before he left us a message in the Skype call.
This applies to all of us, though.
Yeah. But Lithe asked that we be sure and mention that he can be found on the Friendship is Magic fiction IRC pretty much every day after he gets home from work and when he's not going to work and all that
applies
stuff.
That applies to all of us, though. So if you're
pretty much me,
and I'm pretty cool, you should come.
Yeah, me and RadaVonVon here are pretty much going to be on FemFiction IRC.
Ooh.
Not 24/7, but we're on pretty much every day. Ozzeh, not so much.
I used to be on daily, then my laptop decided to fuck with me, so I guess not anymore. I'm on Skype, though, with my phone daily. Let's wrap this up. Well, that just about sums up our pilot episode. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and be sure to follow us on Tumblr and subscribe to our YouTube. We have a bunch of great guests lined up for you guys, including next week we'll have the author of Teardrops and Snowflakes, Virenios, I probably pronounced that wrong, and he'll rage later, on the show, and so be sure to stick around. Peace out, everybody.
And really quickly to every pony listening, if you have anything you want to hear on any pony in particular you want to hear on the show, or any suggestions, any feedback, please. Yeah, just go ahead and leave messages on the Tumblr page or stuff like that.
You guys want
any questions you want answered, leave it on the Tumblr. So.
Yeah, we'll leave any kind of any contacts in the YouTube description and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Peace out, yo.
All right, well, peace out, everybody.
Au revoir.
Remember, friendship and magic and love and tolerance.
Love.
And
we probably ended it already.
Shut up.
Tonight is the night and we're gonna lose it. So spin that record, final scratch and never stop the music. Final scratch knows how to get the feeling alright. We are gonna There's a party tonight.